Welcome to the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series Season 4, Round 6 at Piggzcliff. Starting on the pole today is John Dawson, and alongside him is Timmy Pacioli. Then starting third is Connor Breton, fourth is Dion Petty, and fifth is Chris Summers alongside his champion Sean Galligan, or alongside his teammate, which is a champion, Sean Galligan. Alright. That's the tradition at this track. We're just going to watch the cars roll off instead of going through the lineup. We'll just point out a few drivers here as the cars roll off. Here we go. There's a driver right there, the 97, Jacob Cook. He is in a new car. It's the same number, but it's a new sponsorship. And another driver to make a mention of is... where is he? Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way with this. Okay. Let's see, where is he? Where? I can't find him. Okay. Well, anyways, Timmy Pacioli, John Dawson are going to lead him down side by side as the pace car is in. Here we go. We're racing. One of the most treacherous tracks we're ever going to go to in the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. John Dawson with the early lead. He's going to be able to pull about a car length and a half here on second place, which is now Connor Breton. He started fourth, and he's already up to second. Where did Chris start? Yeah, Chris started sixth, and he's already battling with Pacioli for third. Probably going to lose that, though, as he comes into this corner. I believe it's turn 3. And now here comes Pacioli to the inside of John Dawson, but this next corner is going to give Dawson the advantage and the lead. Now we got to go aerial right here because we know that off that final corner, I just don't think it's going to work. It's never worked in the past, I don't think, on the first lap. We've been here twice, and it's never worked on the first lap of the race. Just try to find an aggressive pack. Let's just go right here because this just shows like all these guys racing very aggressive. I just don't see it working. Yeah, Carter, Keselowski, and Pacioli look to be a little bit aggressive. And uh-oh, 4 wide. Here's the trouble spot. Wow. That... I don't think we had any... No, we did not have anybody wreck, but I hope we can stay like this, but I just don't know if we're going to be that lucky. So the leader right now is Connor Breton, as Kurt Keselowski is coming on the inside of him, trying to take that from him. As we will head back down to the track, where Andrew Waltrip's stuck on the outside. That's around 15th position. Connor Breton leads. Let's check on the back of the pack. Dylan Young, deep in the field. He started last, and he hasn't been able to make any progress yet. And this is a good track to test at, because we go to a track similar to this one towards the end of the season, Hogzilla. There's really no track similar to this one or Hogzilla, but if you had to compare, these two would be probably the most similar of any tracks. And they're higher speeds now. I just don't know if it's going to work this time. Wow. I think that's a record now, that we've made it 2 times through that area of the track without anybody wrecking. Whoa! Garrett Jones was leaning on Pacioli there, going off into turn 1, and that almost got bad. And whoa! Is that Julie Stewart in the lead? I think it is. Julie Stewart has gone to the lead. She's made an early charge, I guess. And there she is. Joseph Bryant right behind her. He's been racing since last season, season 3. He's been in that 25 for Hendrick Motorsports, and a positive thing about that 25, it's Hendrick. The second and third season, the champions of season 2 and 3 were both from Hendricks, and they were both Chevys. And uh-oh, are we going to make this 4 wide for second? We've been able to see 3 wide work, but I don't know if we've gone 4 wide yet. And there they go, trouble! Around goes Chris Summers and Joseph Bryant. Big wreck on the front stretch. Huge pile up. In comes Brendan Carr. Oh, Stephen Dillon T-bones Austin Anderson. The Gino Harvey slams into a massive wreck on the front stretch. We saw it coming, and we knew they couldn't hold on like that much longer, and wow. That was incredible. I believe the first car around was Chris Summers. And then nobody could have avoided that. And then I believe Austin Anderson got turned by somebody. And then from there was really nowhere to go. Andrew Waltrip leads. C.J. Sorensen second. Jacob Cook getting passed by Julie Stewart for third. As you see Christian James popping into the picture. He's trying to lead this back around to the line. Will Julie Stewart go with C.J. Sorensen? I would think that a two-car tandem might work, actually. Due to those two both being Dodges, the engines might work together a little bit better. But she's actually going to allow that inside to go to Jacob Cook. And Cook's going to go for more. He's trying to get the lead here. And I don't think that's going to be successful, though. Nope. All right, Andrew Waltrip wins it back. Let's see what happened. All right, this is the slow motion replay. Watch the 48 and the 32. Right there and there. The first one is going to be the 48 car, I believe, right? I think Kurt comes down on him. Chris comes up on Kurt. And yep, those were the first two around. And then Austin Anderson got hooked by Joseph Bryan, and bam! Chris slams that inside wall or outside wall, and oh, he just clipped John Dawson and Garrett Jones. Christian James did get some very slight damage, and did Galligan get Galligan got through that. That's an incredible job by Galligan in the 24. And oh geez, oh, Dylan Young, Charles Jackson. Wow, look at John Dillon. John Dillon, that front end, oh, and Matthew McMurray's back end, they are both riding on top of that wall. That's crazy. Because actually we're going to ride on board with Matthew McMurray. Look at this. You can hear the engine, he's checking up, and then bam! Oh, wow. Oh, he actually rode under John Dillon, and that back end is hanging on that outside wall. Wicked hit there by Matthew McMurray. As we are now riding on board here with John Dillon. You see all the smoke, and he's trying to sneak through this, but the mechanic gets turned and slams that outside wall. Wow, he's riding on that catch fence and wall. Alright, John Dillon, he ended up flipping over. Let's get back to the restart. Oh, gets hit there by Worry. Well, we apologize for this. We accidentally skipped some of this restart. This is how they would restart. We're going to actually be a little bit into the green flag once we go. Andrew Waltrip would restart on point, then C.J. Sorensen, Jacob Cook, Julie Stewart, Justin Perry, Sean Galligan, Kyle Smith, Carter Keselowski, Evan Earnhardt, and Courtney Simpson, your top 10. So sorry about that. You're going to see a small clip here. We had some technical difficulties, and so it's going right here, and then right there, and we're already racing again here, but C.J. Sorensen got a good restart and ended up getting ahead of him. Or he got ahead of Andrew Waltrip, I should say. He's getting an aerial view. I really hope there wasn't a crash there, because we couldn't get a replay if there was. Alright, there wasn't. Wow, how many cars are even left in this race? I think we probably have only about 25, if that. Yeah, 18. No, 19 cars are left in this race. Wow. We have set a record at this track before with the least amount of cars finishing a race. And that came back in Season 2. We only had 4 cars finish the race, and 1 was a lap down. That was Kurt Keselowski. Alright, we made it that time around on the front stretch. Julie Stewart leads that lap. And here comes Galligan in the 24. Remember, last season he didn't win until the last race. He was fortunate enough to win the championship and win the final race of the season. That's something to be proud of. She's side by side with C.J. Sorensen. Kyle Smith and Carter Keselowski working together, two good friends, getting up to Galligan, who is also a Chevy, so I think they'd probably work together. And right now, it looks like the top 3, maybe top 4 now are going to be single file. Carter Keselowski now trying to get clear, as Kyle Smith is. Looks like Carter's not going to be able to get clear just yet. Now Galligan is under attack from C.J. Sorensen. C.J.'s going to get around him and go for the lead. Another 3 wide. Galligan gets the run, though. That or maybe Smith and Keselowski backed out of it. I don't know, but look out. Look out. Smith and Galligan, they got really close to wrecking there. The thing that worries me most is that's the stretch coming to the finish line. And if they come off the turn number 4 on the white flag lap and people are making their moves trying to win this race, they're 4 wide for the lead, that's easily going to pile them up, pretty much. That'd be a really cool finish, though, considering maybe about 15th place could pull it off. Carter Keselowski has picked up 2 positions on this lap to the lead, but now he's going to lose it to CJ, it looks like. Oh, well, now Carter's going to have the preferred line, and he's probably going to be able to hold his lead. CJ hanging with them. Jacob Cook trying to get to the rear bumper of him, maybe push him out to a little bit of a lead. Now Galligan's stuck up on the outside there, along with Justin Perry. They're trying to work with each other, I would think. We always have to get an aerial view coming out of turn number 4 because you just never know what's going to happen. Actually, I think that's probably about turn 6 or something. I'm going to keep my eyes on Courtney Simpson and Galligan. They seem to be in the worst positions. Plus, we get to see this entire front pack. And oh, wait, Cook and Kozlowski, and look out. Whoa, Cook and Kozlowski got together. Now Cook is forcing Kozlowski up the track. He's probably not too happy with him. And oh, jeez. Wow, look at that. Kyle Smith goes to the lead. Raced about half the season last year. He does not have experience at this track, considering this was, I think, round 5 or 6. So this is all new to Kyle Smith racing at this track. He was able to race at Hogzilla, which we said earlier is similar to this track. So now we're going to go 3 wide. If we get a caution right now, I just don't think we're going to be able to finish this race. So hopefully we can all make this cleanly, but I'm just not sure we're going to be that lucky. This is the area that's going to happen. Uh-oh, yeah, right there. Right there is where it's probably going to happen, just in this 3 wide racing, well, 3 rows deep. I don't think it's going to happen between the leaders. They seem to be pretty clean, but right here is where I'm going to be looking at Andrew Waltrip. He might be in a bad position. Whoa, jeez. That just always gets intense when you get onto the front stretch, because you just know that if we're going to wreck it, that's where it's going to all come. And right now, if the caution were to come out, the race would be over because we're on lap 13 to 17. There's no way we're going to do maybe 2 pace laps, 3 pace laps, and go back green immediately. Most of the time, they take about 5 pace laps at this track. That's why we have a little bit longer of a race, 17 laps at this very long track. Most of the time, we'd probably only have about 11, but since we know we're probably going to get a few caution laps, we might as well set it a little bit more because we're probably only going to run about 12 green flag laps. And Mitch Speed, he's right on the rear bumper of him. I would think you might want to make your move right now because this, I always say it off the final corner that they're going to wreck, and they never seem to, but I just, you know, early in the race, they're not going so hard, but once you get to the later stages of this race, that's where it's going to get dangerous. All right, Kyle Smith. It's a great job by him. He's led, I believe, the last 3 laps. I think that's probably the most anybody's ever led in a row at this track. It's very hard to hold the lead for a consistent amount of time. Connor Breeden had a good start today, but he's right now running 18th, which isn't bad considering he's one of the only cars left in this race. If you're left in this race, you're going to wind up with a top 20 finish. Some people might not be satisfied with that, but some people, they will be. Yeah, Courtney Simpson trying to help out her teammate Jacob Cook to get around Kyle Smith. Courtney Simpson's brother, Carter Kozlowski, is sneaking into the picture and trying to push her out to the lead, I would think. I would think a lot. And there goes Jacob Cook and Carter Kozlowski. That's kind of surprising. Dumps his sister to go down low, and now two of the 2 Roush cars are in this 3 wide battle with Carter Kozlowski meeting the sandwich. Whoa, Kozlowski almost got turned by his sister, and Jacob Cook led that lap, breaking Kyle Smith's 3 laps led in a row streak. Kyle almost got 4 in a row. If Kyle Smith could win this race, it would be his first ever win, including non-point events. He was so close to winning the Bud Shootout. I think we've mentioned that quite a few times this season, but that's just such a memorable finish. That was insane. Heartbreak for Kyle Smith, but Greg Jones had to be happy about that. And now Andrew Waltrip starting to come into the picture. Carter Kozlowski on the outside. He's going to have help from his sister. And on the inside of him is Mitch Speed. And now there goes Kyle Smith. I would say he has the best car in today's race. Here he comes. Kyle Smith trying to get around him and lead with 2 laps to go. Well, I should say this time by it's going to be 2 to go. Aerial view here. I don't think we're going to wreck anymore this race. Hopefully I don't jinx it. Alright, I didn't that time, so. It looks like we're going to make this race in green flag conditions. Because even if they wreck coming onto the front stretch, they'll probably be able to get the caution out after they cross the line, so then they'll just race back to the checkered. They won't race back to the caution and checkered. They'll just race back to solidly checkered flag racing. And now Carter Kozlowski is the only driver that is in the middle. Oh, never mind. Now CJ Sorensen is, and it looks like Evan Earnhardt might be too. So we thought that Carter Kozlowski was the only meat in the sandwich of three-wide racing, because that was the only three-wide battle. But they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive. And you kind of expect that, though. I mean, it's late in the race. Everybody's trying to go for this. Kyle Smith, though, he wants this win so bad. He just got robbed from one at Hogzilla last year. Everybody was running out of gas. He had the lead, and then he ran out of gas about 10 feet after he got it. So Kyle Smith is going to lead him around this time to the white flag. Whoa, contact, and around goes Mitch Speed, but he saves it. And now they're going to be 4 wide in turn 1. If they wreck, we're going to race back anyways. And Evan Earnhardt gets clipped. Airborne, back in front of Galligan. Huge wreck. Carter Kozlowski's on his side and now riding on top of the wall, flipping down the banking. Oh my gosh. Kozlowski goes for a wild ride. And Evan Earnhardt, that's what we saw last year with his teammate Josh Courier. He got turned onto the apron and it just caught flight. Kyle Smith looks like he's going to be able to win this race. Jacob Cook, if he's going to go for it, he's got to make his move very quickly. The top 5 have broken away from the pack. Gino Harvey is into 6th. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Everybody ganging up on Smith. Kyle Smith loses the lead to Jacob Cook. He's trying to pin these guys down, break their momentum, but he's not going to be able to. Jacob Cook into the lead, trying to win the race for his new sponsor, Irwin Tools. Off the final corner, Jacob Cook wins it. And what a way to end that race. That was insane. And wow. Wow. Whoa. That's incredible that Carter Kozlowski's driving away. We thought he would be okay, but I just didn't think he'd be able to drive that. I mean, that was insane. He flipped over how many times? Galligan, he got clobbered, and Kozlowski got slammed to that outside wall, flipped over. Alright, we have it frozen at this picture. Now we're going to get a slow motion. Watch Julie Stewart on the inside of the track here, the green car. This yellow car, and Mitch Speed comes down on her, slides all the way down, almost onto the apron. But now, watch Evan Earnhardt in the 12. They go 4 wide with Julie Stewart losing some of her momentum. And then she comes right up into Evan, and look out. Oh, Galligan came down on Evan. He must have been pretty mad at him or something. But watch those two catch flight. Evan Earnhardt goes crazy, flies up in the track into Galligan. Carter Kozlowski. Wow, Galligan rode on his nose there for a few seconds. But Kozlowski, watch that. That is insane. He literally was on his side. And that car is so tall, or these walls are so short, that the entire car was covering the wall and catch fence. As you see, Kozlowski flip all the way down this very wide racetrack and up, down into that inside wall. So a hard hit there by Carter Kozlowski. And we're actually going to get an onboard camera here with Carter Kozlowski. You see Evan Earnhardt make the contact, and he's going to come right back up into him, and boom. Look at that. That's incredible. He goes over on his lid, camera goes out there for a few seconds, and then he comes back to rest on his side and then eventually on all 4 wheels. We're riding on board with Evan Earnhardt. He gets hit into turn 1, car bounces up just like a bunny. Right into Galligan, and around they all go. Wow, what a wild ride there, Evan Earnhardt. And whoa! That was cool. Apparently Evan Earnhardt was pretty, like, I don't know, hyper or something. Gets down onto the apron and just, hello, way up into the air. And so look at Charles Jackson on his roof. Oh, you can't see, oh yeah, if you look, oh, you can't really see that. You can see him up there. Yeah, you see the shadow off to the left, and you see Kozlowski still going for that wild ride. That was insane. No, that view, yeah, you can see the shadow again there, but it's a little bit dark. No, you can't really tell from that view. We're trying to get a good view. Yeah, if you look out the rear of Evan Earnhardt, look at that, that's crazy. And watch this view from Sean Galligan. You see Evan hit him, bounce down, and look at this. Oh boy. Oh wow. That's incredible, that ride that Galligan went. So yeah, let's get to the results. Off to the left there, you can see the results. Jacob Cook wins it, Mitch Speed second, Christian Janes third, Kyle Smith fourth, and CJ Sorensen will round out the top 5. As you see, the top 28, Seth Cole with a rough day. There's Carter Kozlowski in 19th. That's a pretty good finish considering the ride he went for. Evan Earnhardt, where did he finish? He ended up 15th after a wild ride. And there's Steven Dillon. He ended up last. That's unfortunate for him. He's had a pretty rough season so far, I think. I don't think he's even been able to score a top 5 yet, so that's unfortunate for him. As you see, his older brothers, John Dillon, end up 40th. That's not good for him either. But as you see the result for today's race, overall it was just insane race and ended up in victory lane a rookie, Jacob Cook, driving the Irwin Tools Ford. So Jacob Cook is going to go to victory lane at Piggzcliff. Congratulations, and we will see you next week.